And we've been watching police officers, and we have seen them looking through some vehicles as well. We saw them looking very closely at a truck out there, but right now we haven't seen much of that investigation type work going on. More so just the crowd control piece, and I'm sure privately doing the investigative work as we try to figure out what exactly went down this afternoon on a Monday afternoon here in Olde Town Arvada. But you can see plenty of crowds have gathered to discuss what they are seeing out there.
And in addition to the officers we saw looking at that truck, they did have a dog out, what looked like a police dog, investigating at least that one truck. I don't know if they're doing every vehicle in the area. We don't know yet. Denver 7's Addie Guajardo on the scene and joins us live. What's the new information, Addie?
Well, Shannon, I just learned from speaking to a detective that there is bomb dogs out here that are searching for any potential secondary explosives. That's why they're asking people to stay away from this scene at this time. Very intense out here. Dozens of police officers were being asked not to show certain parts of this area because we did hear that report of that officer being down. I spoke to a woman getting in her car earlier today, about 5-10 minutes ago, not that much earlier today. 5-10 minutes ago, she told me that she was approached by officers and that they told her, get your kids right now and get out of this scene. She says, as an Arvada native, that was scary beyond belief, but she was able to escape. She says, thankfully, one of the restaurants took them in, kept them safe for a little bit before they were able to make it back to their car. Another group of people I spoke with, Shannon, that were leaving the scene clearly shaken. One woman, eyes red. She had clearly been crying about the situation. They tell me they heard about 6 rounds of shots go off while they were sitting at the Schoolhouse restaurant. They told me that that restaurant reacted perfectly. They said they felt safe. They felt obviously nervous and shaken about everything that was going on outside, but they were making their way over to speak to detectives about what they heard, what they saw, and what they encountered. And I want you to take a look at the scene behind me. Obviously, a lot happening right now. It feels very calm because you do see people out here looking, trying to figure out what is happening out here. But police are asking them to go home, not be at the scene, as those dogs out here continue to sniff out and see if there's any secondary explosives. We don't know much about that officer that is down at this moment. Out of respect for the family, the detective says that they are holding on to that information until they hold that press conference that's scheduled for a little bit later today. But you can see that yellow tape all around this area, all around this old Wadsworth Boulevard and 57th Avenue area. Part of the street is also blocked off, as you can see. Several patrol cars, crime scene unit here as well, making sure that this entire area is safe following that officer being down. We don't know a whole lot about the active shooter situation other than what I've heard. We've asked multiple people in this area that heard those gunshots go off to talk to us. A lot of them, they just asked for privacy. They say that this has been very scary. And, you know, Shannon, and just a few months ago, we experienced the Boulder shooting. So a lot of these residents here in Colorado, these Coloradans are shaken up when they hear of an active shooter situation.
Absolutely.
But again, we're just working to find some more information out here.
And Addie, as you look around out there, I'm struck by how much police tape is surrounding that area. It looks like it goes on for several blocks. Is that what you make of it?
It looks like they've blocked off a big portion, just kind of made a big square around the area that is very vital for them to search through. I do see that there is a tent out here. That's the tent we've been asked not to shoot. So if our helicopter is in the air, detectives have asked us not to shoot that area. We believe that that's where we're learning more details about that officer being down. But yeah, and a lot of police presence, but it feels very calm out here, a very similar situation to what we experienced out in Boulder. But obviously there was a lot that happened during that press conference that we learned, as we learned that more people were injured in that situation. Again, detectives out here very tight-lipped about what exactly they're releasing. But we do know that officer is down. Don't know if it's a he or a she, how long they had been with the department, and what kind of call they were responding to at this time. But again, let's see if Tommy can get off his sticks for a little bit so we can give you a better view of everything that's going on here. I know that it's a very active scene. Yes, Sharon?
As we're taking a look at the pictures, I just want to be very clear on the words we're using. When you said those dogs, the bomb dogs, were looking for a secondary, incendiary device, that wasn't to indicate there was an initial incendiary device. They were just looking for something in addition to what else went on. Is that correct? I just want to be crystal clear on this.
You know, we asked that detective this same question if there was some kind of explosive device earlier in the day, since he was saying it was a secondary dog sniffing, checking out the area. He did not want to disclose any more information on that, Jen, but a very good question. We hope to get answers to as soon as that press conference is held. And let's walk a little bit. I know we can't get too far, so let me help Tommy detach so we can give you a better view of this scene out here and everything that we're seeing. So hang on tight for a second.
And Addie, the folks you talked to at the Schoolhouse restaurant, that would indicate it did not happen at the Schoolhouse restaurant, correct?
Yeah, no, they were staying in the Schoolhouse restaurant, nice and safe, after they heard those 6 rounds, they tell me, go off. Very shaken, very shaken. I do know that one of the ladies that I spoke with told me that one of the girls she was with was the wife of an officer, so obviously clearly even a lot more shaken than your average person, since we heard about that officer being down. I want you to take a look right here. You can see some of the detectives taking some testimony from people, kind of asking some questions, trying to figure out what was going on out here. And we're going to walk a little bit further down to kind of showcase what we all have going on. So give me one second, Shannon Ann. We got, you see a big police patrol car over here. And did you have a question?
No, go ahead. Just give us the tour, Addie, and then we have other crews that we can get to as well. So, but go ahead.
Yeah, no, of course. It feels, like I said, very calm. As long as we don't go shoot that way. We're not going to shoot down Old Wadsworth Boulevard because we have been asked not to shoot down that way. But you can see all the police tape all right here. Several patrol cars still blocking off part of the area. We have seen a couple of dogs I've seen out here on the scene. But again, waiting to hear more information from that press conference that's happening. So I'm going to send it back to you, Shannon Ann, so you can get some of that helicopter view from the air.